Flatball is a very complex sport in the world of physics. When I throw the flatball, it accelerates in my hand. It then glides in the air at a constant velocity, and the tilt of the flatball decides where it turns. Like an airplane, the air pushes up on the flatball, keeping it in flight, and when it is at a tilt, the air pushes on the bottom of the flatball, causing it to move in a certain direction. While at constant velocity, the only two forces are the earth pulling down and the air pushing the flatball up. While I'm throwing the flatball, it is at a constant acceleration. The force acting on it is my hand pulling it. An object in motion will stay in motion, and an object at rest will stay at rest. The game of disc requires people to stop and go all the time. This means that their inertia is always holding them back or pushing them forward. Friction is what allows players to run and make up the sharp turns necessary. In order to stop and go quickly, players oftentimes wear cleats to keep a solid friction with the ground. Baseball players also require running back and forth, therefore they wear cleats as well. These two sports need to wear cleats in order to have quicker acceleration and so the players do not slip. The acceleration of an object, as produced by a net force, is directly proportional to the magnitude of the net force, in the same direction as the net force, and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. As a frisbee is thrown by a player, it accelerates quite fast, but the player who has a much greater mass must start ahead of the frisbee in order to catch it. That is because the mass of the player is greater than the mass of the frisbee, causing the frisbee to accelerate quicker and therefore go farther faster than the player. If the disc travels 60 meters in 3 seconds, it is going 20 meters per second, due to the equation of constant velocity, of course. The weight of a disc is 175 grams, or 0.175 kilograms. Plugged into the equation force equals mass times acceleration, we get an acceleration of 2,286 meters per second squared. Now, let's hear some wise words from our expert athlete, Mr. Frisbee, also known as Rodman Stollmuller. So, Mr. Frisbee, what can you tell us about your skills that you have learned and acquired over the years about Frisbee?
Well, Ben, what I can tell you is that Frisbee is a very tiring sport because of how much we have to run. And my cleats really help me stay surfaced with friction to the ground. I really enjoy Frisbee, and I really would like to know the science behind it.
Well, Roddy, I guess that's all we have today. Thanks.
You're welcome, Ben. Thanks for listening, guys.